perception check, like active one.
Pretty close, though, all things considered. Wow, can I roll like higher than a 2 or 3, please?
If I roll a 17, somehow make it. I rolled an 18, I wasn't expecting that.
Alright, well, 27s are not enough. Kurzol, you just meet the DC of 31. And you realize that apart from the Arboreal Wardens, actually one of the trees that was looking even more better camouflaged, looking more ancient, it is also a camouflage Arboreal. But this one is, well, looks and feels a little
Older
bit
and
different.
grumpier?
Yes. Definitely giving more ancient vibe. Does Kurzol point this one out as well?
Well, it looks like every tree here we have is watching our every move. Nods at that one.
Alright. And Kurgosun, if I remember correctly, you did roll 27 on nature. You do not have to re-roll that because it's the same family of creatures. This one is called Arboreal Regent, which is a somewhat stronger
spooky
being. And you know what? You also get 2 questions on that. Do you want the same questions or do? Oh, okay.
Same question.
So this one is creature 8. So that's one. This one, in terms of special options. Okay, it technically has Thunder, but we are not really playing with that because it's a hassle to figure out. You did hear that Regents actually do have some spellcasting possibility, although it's probably just limited to plants, most likely. And Regents do have possibility, apart from being able to throw rocks, and they do have an option to awaken other trees. However, yeah, they also do not have anything like grab you with vines and rip you apart type of deal. They do not have that stuff.
That's actually a pretty nifty ability there.
I'm having flashbacks to the tree Joyous.
Your animated tree,
Yes.
Sinful here cast a spell that animated a tree. It just happens to be the seat of the power of a witch, basically. And, well, I let the dice decide, and for some reason the tree aided him, despite the fact that I had every intention of it not to.
I see. That's rough.
No, it was funny.
It was a tree, and it was the biggest tree in the seat of power of a hag in hell.
Sinful was just like, I want to animate this. I'm like, are you sure? Yes. Are you really sure? Yes.
Okay, like if the DM asks you twice if you are sure and you still proceed to go through with that, that's on you.
As I said, it worked out perfectly fine, despite the fact that I was literally rolling and see who it fucking hits for 50 damage every round. Anyway.
So, as you take in all of that information and see this sprawling grove in front of you, a carrying voice, not shouting, almost ethereal, and seemingly being carried on the fallen leaves and in the wind of the grove, the voice of the queen reaches you. Those of you who sought an audience with me, step forth closer and speak of what you wish.
I'm getting massive Kingmaker vibes, and I don't know how to feel about it.
Well, Torkelson is walking forward. Cursor is kind of just following, seeing what his subjects is up to, since he wasn't entirely here.
Just casually walk 100 feet as only 2 actions.
Maybe I'm going to keep my distance, because just in case. Go on top of a rock.
Wasn't Anders leading this?
Mm-hmm.
There you go, buddy. You can step in front.
Torkelson walks up, looks at them, tries to think of the opening sentence to say, realizing he has no idea, steps behind Anders. Good luck, you got this.
I mean,
Yeah, you're
I'm
pretty
feeling
much
very attacked right now, Julius.
yeah, you're pretty much at the logging camp, possibly flogging workers.
No, that's just a generic statement. Don't worry about it.
The
Logging
queen
floggers.
continues to look at you, waiting for a response.
Cursor just looks at Anders. Well, would you like to speak? You brought us in here, after all.
We are here to discuss terms in regards to the logging camp that was attacked.
And what terms those may be?
We will lessen the logging that takes place, but in exchange we do need those materials for our capital.
Oh, that's...
The queen continues to look down at you and says, while it is a acceptable change of pace, that it seems like not every one of the returned giants is a brutal savage that doesn't listen. Just limiting the cottage? What would be the right word?
I mean, logging operations, I suppose.
The logging would not be enough. Balance has been upsetted. Your kin, they did pay with their lives for the transgressions they have committed, but still, children of the forest, the trees have been taken away, and nothing has been given back in return.
Cursor is looking a bit angry at the moment, but he isn't saying anything yet. Looking at Anders, seeing him figure something out.
The spice must flow.
Then what would you ask in return for allowing this to take place?
Moment passes, another one, and the queen, in great deliberation, says that as you cannot only take from the land, you must give something back to be allowed to resume the operations, you must commit to regrowth of the forest. Acquire seeds, plant them down, water them. Nature is a cycle. What is once taken away will be returned back in the future.
So you would
Go ahead.
So you would ask that we maintain the balance in order to continue here, is that correct?
That is correct. Balance of nature is one of the most important things, and there are already too many issues that are happening around us, and we do not wish to add one more. When it comes to limits, we are willing to hash out further details, but that is our main, as the civilized people say, negotiating position. Oh, by the way, Kurzol, it was mentioned last time,
Yes.
while we were not here, that Krunkan, the monster hunter you have met a while before, you actually met him along the way, and he gave you like a quick briefing of what went down. He also suggested that it might be possible the Dryad Queen might have like a deal, and she can ask for a favor from a member of a wild hunt. Which,
So that if we make friends with her, she can call the wild hunt in our favor, or what do you mean?
no, I mean, if you
If we
decide,
murder her, someone might be upset.
if you decide to escalate right now, there might be a foe coming in that, as of this moment, at your current level, I give like a 99% chance of TPK.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But she's also just murdered Curso's people here, and talking about some nonsense balance. So Curso is
Yeah. Although, just saying, as it was mentioned at the very campaign premise, you may not be saints, but you are not fools.
Yes.
But yeah, so she does say that is the like main negotiating position, and goes quiet and looks back at you, primarily at Anders. What would be the
So
response?
run that by me again. So
Yeah, her main thing is that, okay, you can like keep cutting down the forest, but you need to commit like, spend resources and manpower to make sure that you keep reforesting the area that you cut down. I think that's the word in English that you use to
yeah,
what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Yes, reforesting, and like the details of like the numbers of like how much you can cut down, you can like hash out after it becomes clear that you are okay with like the main deal. And by hashing out, I mean just allowing you to make a diplomacy check to see how well you fare in this.
Okay. Yeah, I think Anders will try and discuss the terms there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Curso's got a pretty good diplomacy, but he's letting you lead for now, trying to stop himself from getting really
I mean,
angry.
if we're talking about hashing out details, I could always use intimidate.
Are you sure?
Let's not. Let's not.
Or deception. My plus 20
Hey.
deception.
That's something else.
That is something else. I don't think that'd go down too well with Anders, but
Just a moment.
Corgerson would be willing to volunteer to discuss terms. The specifics.
yeah, Anders will accept any help. Oh shit! I don't.
Hmm.
Yeah. The
Okay,
deception
so-
wouldn't be like outright lying as much as getting them to agree to more favorable terms for us through various loopholes and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I imagine like that. Yeah, just some convoluted, sweet talking, like double meanings, like the letter of the law versus the spirit, yeah, and whatnot. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine with using deception as a assist. I believe like the DC is 20. Like if you want to give like a assist bonus,
Oh yeah,
I pass.
which
As long as I don't
yeah,
win.
because we don't really. I in the system you don't really do critical. Actually, do you critical
no.
failures on?
So there are critical failures. It would mean that if he did roll a nat 1, he would still technically fail because it'd be shifted from a success to a failure.
Oh yeah. Like yeah.
But yeah, so okay, so that is going to be that. So aid +1 circumstance. Let me just actually before I quickly do that, let me just quickly check the aid thing.
Yeah, I was also like thinking like, you know, for beating a DC 20, like the 8 gives like very little, and I was wondering if there are like feats that can boost that or like anything.
No, it's because it's a critical success. Critical success grants it a +2. If they're master of the check, it's +3, and then if you're legendary, it's +4. So you get a scaling proficiency bonus. I kind of want to re-roll that, but I have a feeling that I know I'm going to fucking roll below a 7.
All right.
Let's do it. Why not?
I mean, if you want, you could have that be aiding Cursor, I guess. Or how do we do this?
So what was that?
If you want, we could have that be aiding Cursor's diplomacy. Or should Cursor throw? Can Cursor throw another aid?
I mean, I kind of like it's like kind of like eating cookie and
No.
having it because
I get the whole thing. I'm just saying, is it possible to aid multiple times?
It's possible to aid multiple times. It's just that it goes off of whichever bonus is higher. So
Well, let's see if Cursor can get a natural 20 on his diplomacy. Because I don't think he's not getting any higher than Corgoson.
okay, well,
are you staying with that
What-
result?
what are the chances of rolling lower? Let's find out.
Famous last words.
Got better?
It wasn't worse.
I mean, that's better.
Yeah.
It's actually a fair bit better, actually.
So what is the gist
Alright.
of what you're trying to tell the fairies? Like, are you trying to convince them that they can keep the balance of nature, that they shouldn't antagonize the new kingdom? What is the gist of it?
I think there is the fact that they probably shouldn't antagonize the kingdom, but that we will be.
If we're the first resurrected giants and trolls that are not trying to kill them, maybe you shouldn't piss us off.
Yeah, essentially trying to convince them that, hey, we're not here to start anything. We're genuinely trying to just sort out a more peaceful home for our kind, and that we will adhere to maintaining the balance, but please don't antagonize the logging workers.
We are not unreasonable kind, assuming we are not dealing with unreasonable people. We have tried to speak with the loggers, other my servants did, but all we were met was threats and violence. Seeing that words were not going to work, there was only one course of action. They have paid for their transgressions and hubris, but I will not view their actions as the actions of everyone else. Considering the tendrils of corruption I can sense that are slowly spreading their way like a web across your lands, I agree that both of us do not need to add one more enemy to the list.
I'm glad we can agree on that. We're not here to antagonize. Indeed, very much the opposite.
Alright, with our roll 25, in terms of like details, I'm gonna say, well, yes, the lumber supplies will continue after you get like the kingdom rebuilds the logging camp. That's gonna happen like in the background on its own and gets down new workers. But it's not gonna be in the same numbers. It will be sufficient for day-to-day needs, like air quotes, but it's not gonna be like wild. So we're gonna have to take this like slow and steady.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can always like, figure out setting up a camp in a different place of the Northlands. This is not the only one that has a lot of trees. If you recall how the world map looked.
Yeah.
Burn them all.
For now, we
Uh,
shall keep that. I keep the idea of finding a more hospitable logging place in mind and keep going here for now.
Kurzel, how would you say, like, how overt or covert is your, like, anger at what happened? In terms of, like, body language, facial expression.
Churchill is very pissed. I mean, you can see him gripping tightly his. You can see him tipping tightly his axe, holding it to try and like stop himself from moving forward. His face is set in a rictus of anger, but he's trying to smooth over it. So you can definitely see him like grin of frustration every now and then as he lets Anders do the speaking. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, you are able to see that the queen definitely notices it, but also decides to not comment. Then, very well. By my authority as the ruler of this forest, I, Khalees, the Dryad Queen, hereby accept the agreement between myself, those of my kin, and the... she tilts her head. Emissaries of the Reborn Kingdom. And in the light of this new agreement, I have a proposition, or perhaps a question, if you would be willing to indulge in this task against a common enemy.
Go on.
The roots of my trees in this forest can go deep and far, further than most mortals can expect. The corrupted being I can sense from time to time has not yet breached my forest, but through the tremors I know that a worm of some kind is inching itself closer and closer. I would consider it a token of friendship on your side to smooth things of the past, to let bygones be bygones. If you would be willing to commit to putting this ailing, corrupted being out of its misery.
Percival clenches his jaw, takes a deep breath. If we are to do this, then you will provide recompensation for the trolls slain under my command, even though they were tarnishing your wood, you struck first without asking, without committing diplomacy and such as. He looks first. If we are to aid you in your common foe, then you will make amends for what your kin did.
Alright, give me... Huh. I mean, your call. For a moment I was like wondering if that sounds like an intimidation, but perhaps not, so like your decision if... What skill do you want to use?
I feel like it's more of a diplomacy, but... alright. See. Hey.
Alright. For a moment, her lips thin, her eyes squint as she peers down on you, Kurzel. But relaxes after a moment and with a magnanimous wave declares, perhaps I understand that we are biased to our own kin, and it's perhaps hopeful to see that there can be such strong bonds and care of the races that once before were considered savages. Very well. What compensation do you have in mind?
Let's see.
You can imagine that our kin doesn't really put much stock in gold or precious materials, precious minerals.
You could perhaps provide workers yourselves to replace the ones that you eliminated.
We will accept to pay a compensation, but you will not ask us to cut down our own kin. Because good diplomacy roll or not, there are some things that will simply not fly with them.
My kin, Kersel leans in. are still discovering there are more things to do than to cut down those who stand before them and eat their flesh. There are trinkets and beauties in the Fey realm that they've never seen before. And I'd like to see you show your best show of them. That which you see is a fair compensation for their debt. To prove to them back at home that there is beauty more than in the flesh of their foes. And to smooth over those who will wish for vengeance. Mm.
There's a moment of silence as she considers this. And says, I see. Perhaps something for the body and something for the spirit. I will ensure that your upcoming harvests will be bountiful indeed. But I'm sure that beings of your size and your kin do require much to eat. And think about it, if I can lessen the strain you put on your surrounding areas from the wildlife, that would be good as well. And for the spirit, you can expect in the future a visitation to your kingdom.
Mhm.
A festival of lights and songs to bring culture to your kin.
Ursula is silent, and then nod. And let it be so. Show us your worm gnawing on your root. Let us leave this painful incident behind.
Then we have an accord. Other than that, should you be willing to begin your pursuit of this corrupted foe, this swarm, I can provide guidance so that this enemy will not elude your sight for long. And then she ponders for a moment and adds, additionally, thinking about it, while we will not be cutting down our own kin, I am willing to provide my guardians, my trance, and at this point, the trees obviously were aware beforehand that they were here, but the unmoving trees spring to life as they stand to attention in all of their barky oaken glory.
Mhm.
But they can be used to clear the rubble and make it easier to rebuild the camp anew.
Mhm. Very well. Let us see if they are of use.
Very well. By the way, as this entire negotiation is happening, Behemoth. Question: do you have any nature skill?
I don't believe so, but let me double check.
Okay.
Nope.
If not, it will be slightly higher DC, but if you want, you may attempt Arcana check.
All right. Yeah.
Hmm.
Ugh.
Yeah. Sadly, that doesn't really beat it. So with that, you only like get a feel.
I'm gonna use a hero point.
Okay. Okay. With a 26, you
Ugh.
are aware. Because, well, you did mention that for Behemoth, like, but as far as I understood it, her main goal is to basically acquire all the spells, like to continuously expand the magical arcane knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
And to be fair, primal magic, the nature magic, is one of those schools. And with 26, you do recall, or rather you're strongly suspecting that in terms of magical tradition, well, they don't really have like scrolls or books like wizards have. But who knows, perhaps there's something else to be negotiated here for. Maybe not now, but just throwing this out as an option. Apart from that, I was gonna just in general ask, was Behemoth only merely like listening and observing the situation, or
Pretty much, because if things turn south, I may have been contemplating burning the forest down.
hmm.
I mean, that's definitely an option.
Like I said,
Get out the axes and torches.
because I may have like 3 different things that I can start a fire with.
It has been, as has been stated, I was ready to go Minecraft on these bitches.
Time to chop down some wood. Mm.
Oh, we'll have plenty of charcoal if it comes to my plan.
That's right. Well, Alice, the queen, the Dryad Queen, raises her hand in a farewell motion, saying that as long as the terms of this agreement will be respected, you or other member of your kingdom, also as long as they behave themselves, will have nothing to fear from the forest.
Good. Then, Crystal nods. Let us be off and start setting up. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Ugh. Jesus Christ.
It takes you another around an hour before you, again, feeling that you have traveled much further in a shorter amount of time, before you're finding yourselves on the outskirts of the deeper, the more thicker part of the forest. The snow returns, falling down on your cold skins. And as you are journeying, and you are pretty sure you are out of earshot of various forest creatures, well, the scene is yours. Unless you do not really want to talk amongst each other as a party.
Well.
Jesus fuck.
I feel that went quite well.
Yeah.
Indeed. So it
Lovely
seems.
fairies. Hmm.
It was either that or incur their wrath.
They were worth it, but so a cycle of violent murder, and well, we kill them, they kill us, or maybe we kill whoever they send us, and then the forest burns down. But I was half tempted to do it anyway. I like those controls I sent.
Yes, well, we're in hardly a position to wage a war against the kingdom of Fey kind.
No, we are not. Let's hope she keeps her deal, though. Or I'll remember this.
Let's hope we also keep our side of it.
Yeah. I'll have to send some of the shamans out there. Perhaps they'll know better.
Indeed.
Oh, by the way, does anyone wants to remind or rather mention to Julius, like partially in and out of character, like what was the state of the elder shaman while you went by the capital?
Oh yeah.
Oh shit! Yeah, I forgot about that. He fucked.
What? Wait,
Corruption.
Let,
Oh,
let me
well.
let me just actually reword what Anders would say in that case. Unfortunately, it seems that the elder shaman is currently under some sort of affliction that has been plaguing these lands.
Although I will specify, the words I used is that he's not corrupted himself yet, but it's clear that he's been facing it. I believe the phrase I used was that he's searching for the enemy, he stares at the abyss, and the abyss stared back.
Indeed, whatever is plaguing him is nothing medicinal in nature. It is entirely magical.
Well then. No, can't say I. Well, let's find out what's doing it to him so we can stop it from happening to us.
Indeed, if we can put an end to the creature that is doing this, we may be able to save him.
Well, first, let's send some messengers back to the capital if we can, and let's find this worm, whatever the queen wished. Curse was scratching. Do you think it's an actual worm, or was she just being metaphorical?
I'd give it a 50-50 chance, actually, probably more leaning towards literal.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna give an answer, but I'm just gonna ask, leave you with this question. Do you remember the talk you had when you established contact with the hunting lodge? There were some threats being mentioned. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna remind you.
Can't remember, I'm afraid.
A worm was mentioned. Apart from like a potentially very old dragon.
I mean, too, but I think at least half the party weren't there for that conversation. If this is like the first time to the logging camp, that the conversation happened.
I mean, not like a half. Yeah. I mean, I didn't only ask like in character. Yeah, out of character as well. Okay. So, as you send out messengers as the late afternoon grows into evening, you continue trotting along, setting yourselves up for starting the come bright morning as the small fairy creatures or even the plants themselves, as there are still some outside of the forest, the main forest itself, will point way. Now, start the next day as you moved on from the very early morning after 2 or 3 hours of scavenging through the area, which I'm gonna put you. Generally speaking, you are. You are. Where you are here-ish. Actually, yeah, let's make it here. Sorry. And yeah, so that's the general location. And as for the counter itself, let me put the tokens down.
Oh yeah, I forgot there's a fucking Wendigo on the fucking map.
Wendigo.
Yeah.
They're doing zooming around.
Yeah, I don't even think at level 9 we can take that yet.
You're a Wendigo.
Don't worry, we trick
At
it into
this
the
level,
volcano.
no.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we trick it into the volcano and be like, hey Matt, we deserve like 5 levels up for this.
And I say, suck a dick.
We should probably go investigate one of those interesting, like the cold place or the hot place.
I mean, there's a caravan ambush site.
That happened. That was literally the first session.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay. Oh shit, we've ended up high. Jesus.
Yeah. The capital.
There's
Oh,
a
we got-
mermaid in the lake.
Wait, what?
Fish.
Just a symbol. I mean, there might be some aquatic
Matt,
creatures.
we know you're putting secret hints into the map. You can't fool us.
Oh, we got the salt mine, the eagles.
There's a town here. We could go up to the desert.
Someone
What
finally
if
noticed I put something in the desert.
But that means we're going to take like 10 persistent fire damage.
Somebody's just gonna find a corpse of our bodies just 5 meters into the desert.
There's a couple more places of power we could hit.
Probably a good idea to try and do something like that.
Yeah, that is true.
Considering all this corruption and what happened to
Yeah.
the shaman.
Let's go for this close one here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, but that will be done later down the line as we are now hunting the worm. So due to the assistance from the Dryad Queen and like the forest, the trees themselves, the entire party can make me a perception check. Give yourselves +4 8 bonus, and you roll with advantage.
Oh,
So
fuck me. Okay.
keep higher.
Okay, well, that's certainly something.
Uh,
Oh, let's go! I got 20 and a 19. Holy fuck.
Holy moly.
Yeah, suffice to say, the DC you had to beat was wait, it's 10 plus bonus. Yeah, so the DC you had to beat the self of that creature was 34.
Oh boy.
Oh, well, fucking crit success. Let's go. We all fucking just zero in on it.
Mm-hmm. Let us hunt the worm.
I think we're just waiting on Az now.
yeah, I was trying to figure out, is it supposed to be 4 or 8? Because I saw 2 different numbers.
Oh. Yeah, I can see it. You actually added in +8 to your roll, Julius, instead of +4.
So I heard +4 8. I was like, okay, +8.
Yeah,
No.
+4.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
+4 aid.
+4 8, yeah. Like,
Yeah, 8.
Yeah,
eight,
okay. I
Yeah,
misheard
but
that. Well, other people rolled well, so not the word. -4 on me.
Oh
Well, I
shit,
guess-
there's two of us.
Alright.
Okay.
Or I can just do that.
So the others will be able to give Cursal warning just in time because, well, this predator is in its element of snow and ice. Despite its size, is able to ambush whatever creature is prowling through the plains and forests. But with the unseen assistance of Khalees, the Dryad Queen, the nature points a sign and gives you enough warning signals that you do not get ambushed, surprised. So the creature will be... Oh, no. The creature will be coming up. Actually, the first question is, as you were traveling through, like, what was your general formation?
I would
mean-
figured.
Probably this if we're heading, like, depending on what direction we're heading. If we're heading that
The way I would probably see it is one up front, one on either side, and me in the middle, probably. Consider I'm the squishy.
Well, Anders probably goes forward, Cursos to the side or slightly behind.
Okay, so yeah, so set the formation because I need to, like, because the creature would have tried to go for, like, depending on how
Assuming
people
we're
are set
going
up.
in.
Just saying, absolutely hilarious. Kurzel's squishier than Baymoth.
Yeah, not surprising.
Really?
Also, by the way, Behemoth, if you're flying, remember to put in the, like, numbers how high up you are if you are flying.
Wonder if I put in my health. Oh,
I mean, I'd probably say so. I'd probably say it's something like, and then probably Kurz like up here, probably.
yeah, something like that.
That way, everyone's in range of my champion's reaction, and
Champion.
is nice and well protected in between all the.
I'll react to your champion.
You know what? No, let me change that.
Every time Donut does a champion's reaction, you post a gif in chat. Mhm.
Take a shot every time Raya says that, and we'll be dead by the end of the week.
Right. So, as we are traveling forth, suddenly, Korgerson also feels it, but primarily Anders and Kurzel, well, thanks to the party members, will be able to react in time as you will feel rumbling of snow and dirt beneath your feet as you would realize that something is coming up to ambush you. So you can move yourselves up to your movement speed. The creature will be coming right up here.
Yeah, so just give me a minute because I'm making use of the defend activity, so I will be starting combat with my shield raised. As an aside, is it just the one hero point or 2 hero points that we're starting with? I can't remember.
Other with 2.
Okay, so I've got 1 left then in that case. Because of what I did earlier. Okay, so it's going to be coming up, directly below Anders, is that right?
Yeah.
Well.
I can just show a token for a moment, I suppose.
Yeah, please do. No, that's a big boy.
Oh, hello.
I think Anders would probably just move to here then in that case.
Flanking position.
And we'll be I don't know if we're getting Eternal or we're just getting to move.
I mean, yeah, basically because there's no surprise, I allowed you to, like, make a move action to, like, reposition yourselves just as this worm will be, you know, like a geyser, like, erupting from beneath the ground.
Yeah.
And now that you have repositioned yourselves, I take it that everyone else is satisfied with their current position, or do you need to change something so I can unpause? Okay.
Yep.
So now I'm gonna put you in combat mode, and you can start rolling the initiative.
I'm gonna actually just quickly reposition myself just one more time because I've just realised that this thing is a little bit too big for what I need to do. So I'm gonna quickly just reposition myself. I think to there. Is that good enough? Nope. I need to. This is what I was going to remove originally, but I decided against it. So, but for fuck's sake. I
I could reposition myself to like here
Yeah, I think that works. There we go.
since you moved,
Yeah, that works.
because we understand how tactics work.
Yeah,
We do.
somewhat. Okay, well,
Supposedly.
I don't... Jesus fuck. Okay.
All right. No.
Hello, big boy. And then I think we have Battle Cry from
Yeah, as a
Corgus.
free action.
Oh.
Nice. So as this, and it's clearly corrupted, you have faced enough of the afflicted creatures to know while normally this is the creature of cold and obviously not natural in the first place, but the chill that spreads all around it, the bite that will be giving you, it's not cold damage. So realize that this creature would be much more dangerous to you that that would have been normally. Okay, so let me apply that, and then.
Let's notice quickly. If I like apply the razor shield thing just because I am using the defend thing. There's a nice little frost effect or like energy shield effects.
Yeah, that's part of the automated animation module that I'm using. Because I wouldn't be able to set that up myself, because fuck that.
That's fucking cool.
But people released like a very fun module that has plenty of
So
automated.
dramatic. Fucking dramatic swirly.
Fucking nat 20.
Like, I'm just imagining it roars out of the ground, leans up towards you, and you shout so loudly it rears back in shock.
Takes mental damage.
Well, thanks to that, I don't have to use 2 spells. I can only use 1 now.
Alright. So the creature going for the simplest aggro. Actually, we'll go for a simplest aggro.
I'm actually surprised I rolled higher than me.
Yeah, as you roll.
Oh, we tied.
In response, it's fuck. Not like that. I clicked the wrong thing. In response, it roars back, and from its wide mouth, the chill of the void washes over Kyrgyzstan and Behemoth, because that's a 50-foot cone.
All right then.
Well, I don't think. Okay, so Behemoth's unfortunately not in range. So this will be with Kyrgyzstan.
Yes. Oh yeah, reflex.
I mean, 5 feet up, so
Yeah, I figured I'd just be hovering above. Alright, so reflex. Yeah.
Right, bro. Okay, so
I mean, at the very least, that's not a critical failure.
just need Kyrgyzstan to roll the reflex save. You can click on the basic reflex, by the way, and it will tell you the state of the result once you've rolled it.
Me?
Yes. Clicking it.
Okay, well,
I am going to use my Devil's Bargain.
Dun, dun, dun.
Wait, oh wait, no, that's reaction, and I already used my reaction, so I'll just use my normal hero point.
you might not have to.
Oh.
Oh, okay. I was going to use this, but I think that also works.
Okay, that's interesting. I mean, I assume you have something that makes it so even though you didn't beat it by 10, it still gives you critical success instead of success.
It's 100% evasion.
Oh, yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, every class gets, I think, every martial class gets 2 saves that they, when they succeed, they critically succeed. It's basically if I just quickly just show mine as an example. Well, it's basically the reflex equivalent of this one.
All right. Very
Sure.
good. So Korgosan is able to avoid that. However, Behemoth gets smacked with the cold, not of the chilly, winterly lands, but cold of the unforgiving oblivion of.
I just had this
cosmos.
funniest image, by the way. This thing, like, oh fuck, this guy's like breathes the void, pours and punches it, aims up into the air, and fucking blasts Behemoth in the back instead.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's just like I don't want any of that shit. Dodge.
Yeah.
I want
Okay.
to dodge.
That were 2 actions, 1 last remaining, and that didn't have attack traits. So instead, noticing that you just avoid that, after roaring, it will, using its jaws, it will strike at you, Korgosan. And because of Frighten,
Okay, that's pretty deep.
Oh my god.
Glorious.
Oh my god.
And that was its third action.
Oh my fucking god, let's go.
Oh my god.
Crichton is such a good fucking debuff.
Well then. Since you already have it at Freighton too, it is no longer able to drop under Freighton 2.
It goes to frightened 1 at the end of its turn.
Yeah.
No, the way we read it, it won't reduce Frightened.
Yeah, but it's already had reduced because he got a turn before you.
Yeah.
Mm.
I thought it was at the end of your turn. Damn it.
No, it's unless yeah. So it's always at the end of the target's turn. So-
That's why I was hoping I went first.
But yeah, frightened. I mean, frightened 1 is still pretty good. So
I mean, permanent Frightened 1 is great.
Yeah.
Where's the? How do you do the R on your character?
go to. Yeah, you're gonna have to call up.
Okay, I found that.
Yeah. Too bad. That's what I should probably do actually. Now I think about it, because I've also got an aura around me, which is not like it's actually to come up an awful amount, but it is this.
Alright, let me fix that color.
Yeah, plus you can always set the color opacity, like intensiveness, to like kind of low, so it's not like glaringly.
There we go. I figure I try to match the effect color.
So far I don't. Okay, now I see on Anders. I don't. Okay, now I see on Behemoth.
Oh, I really want that to be something that only appears when you hover over it.
Yeah, the auras on tokens doesn't work that way. Like if you set them up, they like
Oh no, I do have it.
constantly being shown.
No, I think I've got it now. No, that's not right.
Now, the question is, can you cast 2 spells on your same turn?
Yes.
As long as you have the actions.
Yeah, you already spent
Okay.
2, so you need to find like one single action spell.
Okay, that's what I was curious. Cause I will put
Yeah,
that
you
on
can do
myself.
that.
Okay.
Yeah, you can drag the spell effect shield on your token and it's gonna apply it.
Okay, now I believe that should hopefully, if nobody has.
Alright, here we go.
Alright. That was your third action, Corguson.
As my first action, I'm going to. Where's that?
I need to roll it. I'll be right back and get some water real quick.
Go into stumbling stance.
Ooh.
as my token disappears.
Yes, I have no idea why.
Marcus said you stumble out of existence. Come back.
What the fuck?
Marcus said, it intimidates the giant beast, punches it to miss, dodges its attack, refuses to elaborate further, leaves.
I kinda wonder if it's not a bug because of the stumbling stance.
That's funny.
Which sadly I cannot. I have no idea how to fix that. So
Get rid of the effect just quickly. Oh yeah. It is stumbling stance.
Oh no. Oh no, it's
Oh
not.
no, there we go. Ah, he's back. No,
No,
wait,
he's
no.
Oh, there it goes.
Okay.
It takes a moment to update.
actually,
What
hold
does
on.
stumbling stance give you exactly?
I thought that maybe it's an elevation thing,
Plus
but
1
no.
circumstance to deception and gives me D8 bludgeoning instead of
Okay.
D6.
Can you like roll the damage even if you're not in the stance? Because you might just skip on using it so we can see your token, but just be like, yeah, I'm stumbling.
I think the problem is that the stumbling stance gives
It's
you
got a
access.
special- Mhm.
Does the stumbling stance give you access to the attack in question?
I could just make an attack.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate bug, but that's like from the module, and I have zero idea how to fucking set those animations up. So I'm just using what is given by the module.
That is an unfortunate bug, but it's also funny.
Yeah, I'll just have to do the base then.
I mean, for now, just put yourself in the stance, make attack, and then fix it while everyone else is doing their turn.
I mean, yeah, you can always try like give the status like make attacks. Maybe it's gonna fix itself.
Alright, so what did I miss exactly since I stepped away?
Watch this. See my token?
Hold on, let me go look at the PC. Alright, I'm looking at your token.
I put my buff on.
Yeah. Okay! I
Yeah.
can see like the icon below you and you vanished. Nice!
Yeah, like make your attacks, and then like afterwards you can. Again, maybe after you do the feint and whatnot, you can not the feint, but you do your actions, and maybe after you make attacks, it's gonna fix itself.
He stumbles so hard he blinks out of existence.
Well,
Really?
here's my first attack.
That's a miss.
And then here is my second attack.
I will just say, because I know that sometimes
That's also a miss.
I know that sometimes the game can be